So in this video, we're going to be doing an overview of the Sapphire Nitro Plus RX 6800 here. This is the younger sibling to the XT, and we're going to see what this card is capable of. Let's jump into it. Looking at the specs first of the Sapphire Nitro RX 6800, it's built on the new and improved AMD RDNA 2 architecture using the 7nm process. It has a boost clock of up to 2190 MHz, a game clock of 1980 MHz, and the card also features 60 compute units and 128 MB of the all-new AMD Infinity cache, alongside 16 GB of dedicated GDDR6 memory. The card can handle up to 4 displays and supports one HDMI port at 2.1 and 3 display ports at version 1.4. The card requires a 2 8-pin power connector, and the recommended power supply is 750 watts. There's also a direct dual BIOS switch that can be found on the side of the card, so if you happen to be dabbling in overclocking and push things a little bit too far, you can always switch to the other BIOS. The Nitro Plus series has always been a very clean looking card, especially thanks to its futuristic backplate design that will blend seamlessly into most case themes. On the tail of the card, you can find the ARGB pins to sync up to your motherboard to customize your LEDs even further. The card's form factor will fit into most cases. The only thing to consider is that it can take up to 3 expansion slots. Sapphire's Tri-X coolers have had a brand new redesign for the 6000 series, reducing a large sum of weight from the heatsink. Not only does this reduce any unnecessary pressure on the PCI Express slot, but it doesn't compromise cooling efficiency with its sleek design and solid engineering. And with the all-new V-fin construction, it accelerates centralized airflow around the GPU to dissipate the heat efficiently, while the wave-fin design reduces air friction to improve noise levels. An additional heat pipe can be located beneath the memory module to help dissipate heat even further, plus alongside top-notch thermal pads to deliver better thermal conductivity. We also see a new and improved hybrid fan blade design that helps the card increase downward air pressure, reducing the GPU and memory temperatures by 3 degrees, while still keeping the fan noises low. We also still feature the Sapphire's Quick Fan Connect that enables you to quickly replace a fan head without having to return the card to the manufacturer for repair. Now, with the introduction of the RDNA 2 architecture, we see a plethora of features for the 6000 series of cards, such as Smart Access Memory. This utilizes the PCI Express bandwidth to remove any bottlenecks that gives you access to your whole memory on your GPU. Usually systems are limited on how much VRAM can be used at one given time, but thanks to RDNA 2 and the new Ryzen 5000 series of CPUs, you can get the most out of your GPU memory, giving you potential performance boosts in some games. Now, it does vary from title to title, but in the best case scenarios, you can see up to a 10% performance boost. To take advantage of this feature, you'll need an AMD 5000 series CPU, an AMD Radeon RX 6000 series graphics card, as well as a compatible AM4 motherboard, but make sure to check with the manufacturer to see if your board is compatible with Smart Access Memory. When playing at super high frame rates or at a big resolution, you can put an awful lot of pressure on your GPU's memory bandwidth. However, due to what AMD is coining Infinity cache, which is basically a 128 MB chunk of L3 cache, AMD is claiming to be able to efficiently double the available bandwidth while also greatly reducing power consumption. Thanks to the RX 6000 series of graphics cards, we now have hardware accelerated ray tracing on AMD GPUs. This opens the door to much more accurate lighting, shadows, and even reflections in our games. We're already seeing impressive results, especially on the AMD partnered titles such as Godfall and Dirt 5, but there's still no getting around it. Ray tracing is incredibly demanding, and the good news is that with the inclusion of the AMD Fidelity Effects Suite, which currently offers 7 different open source tools that developers can leverage in their games to improve both the visuals and performance. The most highly anticipated feature in the suite is unfortunately not quite ready at this time of the recording of this video. That feature is called Super Resolution, and we know that AMD hopes to be able to take a lower resolution image and upscale it to native in order to dramatically boost performance without losing too much, if any, image quality. It goes without saying that combining ray tracing and super resolution could be a game changer, and I for one look forward to seeing how it handles the job when it launches in the near future. Of course, AMD have got more tricks up their sleeve with the Radeon software. So let's take a look at the anti-lag and boost modes. They're designed to improve input latency to keep your mouse feeling smooth and reactive at all times. Boost mode will dramatically reduce your visual quality in favor of FPS. This applies when turning your mouse from side to side or looking in new areas of a map that you haven't explored yet. But if you're running around in a straight line with little mouse movement, your image quality will sharpen up to your default value that you set in game. The anti-lag feature works best if your graphics card is being heavily taxed, and what happens in these situations is that your CPU will start processing your mouse inputs ahead of your GPU, which causes that horrible drifting, lagging feeling which no one wants. By enabling the anti-lag feature in the games, you'll significantly reduce your input latency, keeping your mouse inputs feeling much more smooth. AMD Chill was actually designed to improve efficiency. However, by setting both the minimum and maximum frame rates to the same value, you end up with a pretty handy frame rate limiter that offers stable frame times and matches RTTS in terms of latency. This is particularly useful for games that don't offer a built-in frame rate limiter functionality, especially when combined with a FreeSync compatible monitors, which work best when you keep your frame rate within the variable refresh ranges. For example, if you're rocking a 144Hz FreeSync compatible monitor, you can cap your frame rate to around, let's say, 140 FPS to avoid any additional input latency associated with VSync if VSync is enabled, or avoid that nasty screen tearing if VSync is disabled. Ideally, you'll want to cap your frame rate using an in-game limiter, but if one of those are not available, AMD Chill is a solid alternative, especially considering it's only a few clicks away and already built into the drivers. So let's now take a look at some benchmark results using Metro Exodus at ultra settings. At 1080p we scored 97 frames per second, at 1440p we scored 81 frames per second, and at 4K 52 frames per second. I then ran the same test again, this time enabling smart access memory, and gained a couple of extra frames across all the resolutions. Nothing massive mind, but a tiny performance boost nonetheless. As I said earlier in the video though, it does vary from title to title on the performance increases. We then ran it again, but this time turning on ray tracing, and we do see dips in performance, but we still hold out quite well, especially at 1080p and 1440p. And remember, once super resolution enters the scene, we'll hopefully see those numbers increase in those demanding ray tracing scenarios. To round up with the Sapphire Nitro Plus RX 6800, it's simply put one hell of a card with robust, well thought out cooling solutions to its tools and features to help dial in performance or push out your graphical settings to your liking. If you're already equipped with a 1080p or 1440p monitor, you'll absolutely not be disappointed at the performance at these resolutions, both competitive gamers and enthusiasts alike. 4K certainly is more demanding, but the 6800 is more than capable of taking you there, maybe not at the same level as those other resolutions. That being said though, super resolution is nearby, and it'll be interesting to see how much more can be pushed out of this card. And if 4K gameplay is truly what you desire, I would probably point you in the direction of the Sapphire Nitro Plus RX 6800 XT. Anyways, I hope you found this overview useful in some way, shape or form. Always make sure to go check out other reviewers. Do your homework before buying your next graphics card.
NVIDIA's GeForce RTX 30 series GPUs are here, and ASUS TUF Gaming graphics cards have gone back to basic training to buff up for this new generation. An alloy cooler shroud with a rugged new industrial design wraps around a massive 2.7 slot heatsink. Multiple heat pipes and a base plate machined with our max contact finish wick heat away from the GPU for low temperatures and high performance. A dedicated heatsink for the GDDR6X memory modules keeps those chips isolated from the heat of the GPU itself, lowering overall operating temperatures. 3 tried and true fans with our exclusive Axial Tech design push plenty of air through the high surface area heatsink. This proven fan design allows higher RPMs and more air movement without a corresponding increase in noise levels. The new TUF Gaming cooler uses a counter-rotating fan design for better airflow. The central fan rotates clockwise, while the 2 on the flanks spin counterclockwise to reduce turbulence. A full-length metal backplate protects and reinforces the card's circuit board. The large cutout in the backplate, paired with a shorter than average circuit board, allows hot air from the heatsink to move directly into the case airflow path, improving overall system temperatures. TUF Gaming GeForce RTX 30 series cards are built for the long run using our fully automated Auto Extreme assembly process, military-grade capacitors, and a grueling 144-hour validation process to verify stability and performance. We top off the new TUF Gaming cards with plenty of enthusiast-friendly features. Subtle Aura RGB LED accents are easy to coordinate with the rest of your Aura Sync components, and they'll really pop against the card's stealthy industrial design. 2 cutting-edge HDMI 2.1 outputs are ready for next-generation displays, and 3 DisplayPort 1.4a connectors further expand your system's multi-monitor possibilities. Buff up your game with ASUS TUF Gaming GeForce RTX 30 series graphics cards.
Are you looking for the best-in-class video card for your gaming needs? If you said yes, then check out the new line of video cards from XFX. They run so cool, it's hot. XFX is introducing 3 new unique models in their triple fan lineup, featuring 3 high-performance fans, all copper CPU cold plates, and GDDR5 heat spreaders. These cards are ready to rock. Combine those elements with an open airflow design, and you get a card that not only runs at its full potential, they also run extremely silent, giving you the best of both worlds, performance and silence. These new triple fan cards will be available in 3 different models. The all-new 5600 XT Thicc III, 5700 Triple Dissipation, and 5700 XT Triple Dissipation. So if you want the coolest and quietest card for your gaming needs, XFX has a triple fan card available for every application. XFX also has a 3-year warranty, so you know they have you covered everywhere. XFX is now cooler than ever before, and with the power of 3 fans, 3 models, and a 3-year warranty, XFX has you covered everywhere. You want the best? Get XFX.
What's up guys, welcome to another Aorus First Look. My name is Van and today we're going to take a look at the long-awaited Aorus Radeon RX 5700 XT 8G. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright, so we've been listening to the comments out there, we've been reading everyone's comments, and we know you guys have been asking for this card for a very long time. So for December 2019, we finally delivered on what you guys want. This is the brand new 5700 XT from Aorus. So, taking a look at the front of the card, you'll see a very familiar design. This is the wind force cooling technology. We have our special design fan blades, 3 fans up on front with alternate spinning patterns, so the middle one spins in a different direction from the other 2. This reduces turbulence, which means you get better airflow and better cooling performance for your card. Also looking on the front, you'll notice a slightly different design aesthetic that we put onto this. You're going to see the inclusion of RGB lighting strips on the top and the bottom of the card. This allows for extra customizability, so you can change some of the different color effects as well as the different color options you have on this card to best fit inside your system. Also, when we move it over to the side profile, you can see we also have more RGB lighting on the side Aorus logo right here. And this is one of my favorite views of this card because look how thick this thing is. This thing has a very massive heatsink. It's designed to deliver the best possible cooling performance when paired with the wind force fans. Also, you can see we have copper heat pipes running along the full length of the card, so this is going to keep your temperatures as low as possible while keeping your performance as high as possible. Also along the side of the card, you're going to see your 2 8-pin power connectors. And something new for this card is that you're going to have a BIOS switch to switch between OC mode and silent mode. So this is really good because you're going to be able to set this card to best fit inside your needs. So if you're looking for maximum performance, you're going to want to leave this on OC mode, which is the default mode. But if you guys value silent operations and noise, then you can actually switch it over to silent mode. This is going to ramp down the fan speeds, so it's going to be quieter, so you're not going to hear as much noise when you're doing heavy gaming sessions. This is a new feature that we added onto the Aorus 5700 XT, so we hope you guys will like this. So let's move over to the back and talk about the full backplate that we have over here. Again, this is to provide extra protection and helps with the design of the card. For the new card, we have an updated design language. You can see we have the Aorus logo with the Team Up Fight On slogan, but we also have an etched Aorus Falcon head back here. Also, a hidden Easter egg, you can see we have some cool Aorus characters over on the corner right here. You're going to see this with a lot of the new Aorus products. Another cool thing is if we move it to the rear and talk about I/O, this card features 6 display outports, 3 display ports as well as 3 HDMI ports. But something that's really cool is that this card can use all 6 outputs at once. So you can hook up to 6 monitors to display 6 different windows, or you can combine all 6 monitors to display one big picture. So this is really good for immersive gameplay sessions, like let's say if you're in a racing cockpit, you want to get that wide field of view. This card is really able to help drive that. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the brand new design and features on this card. So again, this is a 5700 XT, so you can get some pretty cool technologies and performance on here. This card is built on the 7nm process. Also, it features PCIe Gen 4. When it comes to gaming performance, this card goes up to 2000 MHz boost clock, so you can get very good gaming performance in 1080p as well as 1440p gameplay. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick overview of the brand new Aorus 5700 XT. This card is available now in US and Canada for MSRP of $449.99. If you guys want to find out more technical specs and more information on this card, you can go ahead and visit us on Aorus.com or follow us on social media to see the latest announcements and releases on Aorus products. My name is Van from Aorus, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
If you like the video, please click on the like button, write a comment, and subscribe to my channel.